Hello again and welcome. Over the next few weeks I will show you how to make sourdough bread. But before you make sourdough bread, you have to learn how to make sourdough. It's very simple, a lot of different recipes online. Love to use honey, rye flour, baker's flour. Mine is just plain flour, and instead of using water, I use a bit of sparkling wine. My grandpa was a baker. He always used sparkling wine in his sourdough, so I'm using it. It seems to work quite well, but most of the recipe will work. So fairly simple. Day one, 80 grams of baker's flour, 80 grams of sparkling wine or whatever liquid you want. You can use water, you can use fruit juice, it doesn't have to be champagne or anything. And you mix it very well. So it only takes a few minutes to make. That's all you need, just you mixing. Once it's mixed, you cover it with a damp cloth, very damp cloth, and you leave it at room temperature for 24 hours. If you don't cover it, it's going to be very dry on top. And because I use champagne, it's got natural yeast in wine, it will ferment on its own. So wet cloth and leave it for 24 hours. So now we are on day 2. So day 2, same thing again. So the sourdough starts slowly to get a bit firmer. So day 2 we put again 80 grams of sparkling wine, 80 grams of baker's flour, and we mix it again, just like we did on day 1 yesterday. So we're on day 3. Day 3 we add again more liquid, more flours, baker's flour, and mix it again. So it's not complicated to make, fairly simple, very quick. Done, so just like we did day 1, day 2, with damp cloth, cover it and let it mature another 24 hours. So we are now on day 4. Now it's really got beautiful smells, nice and bubbly. So just like with day 1, day 2, day 3, more liquid and more flour. Always the same quantity of baker's flour and liquid. So regardless what liquid you decide to use, same quantity. And mix it again. Simple as that, my sourdough is now ready. So once you got your sourdough, you can keep it in a jar, in plastic container or glass jar. I keep mine in a glass jar. This one is fairly young, it's only 7 years old. And keep it in a fridge. You need to feed it once a week. So you feed it by 20% of its weight. So I always keep in my jar 1 kilo. So I've got 1 kilo in my jar. I empty 200 grams and I add 100 grams of water, 100 grams of baker's flour. Make sure you remove it every time what you add, otherwise you will have too big quantity very soon. If you do make bread every day, you won't need to keep it in the fridge. You can keep it at room temperature, but you need to feed it every time you're going to use it. The most important things about sourdoughs: bakers regard sourdough as their babies, their pet. The yeast is a living organism, just like you and me. It needs water to survive, it needs food, love and passion. Give those 4 ingredients, you get beautiful sourdoughs, you will make beautiful sourdough bread. Happy baking and see you soon to make some beautiful baguettes.